But now, yeah, I'm thinking I'm back.
Here's Johnny.
Excuse me? A baking powder?
I want the fairy tale.
Donkey!
Scusa.
What became of your lamb, Clarice?
You lose. Good day, sir.
Attitude reflect leadership, Captain.
Because once a wildcat, always a wildcat.
I am inevitable.
What is up, guys? The regulars are back with another episode. This time, we do have both regulars. First time in a couple weeks. We got Hunter with me, Clay, and then Aston is here. Chance is not here tonight. He did send in a list for not this episode, the next episode. Tonight's episode is the 2023 movie year recap. Little late on it, but my God, we've had sicknesses and travelings and icing and everything. Everything's went wrong for the past month.
And Clay didn't decide to watch the rom-com.
Yeah, still haven't watched anyone but you. I haven't been able to leave my house. Literally. But yeah, we got a 2023 recap tonight, and then our next episode we're gonna do our most anticipated movies of 2024. Got some pretty good stuff on that. It's the year of the sequels. And the year
I'm gonna have a top 20.
It's the year of the sequels, and it's not the year of superheroes. That's pretty much how it's going. Hey, I'm good for that. I'm ready.
That's fine.
Yeah.
We need a break.
That's definitely
we had
right.
A lot this past year, didn't we?
We had almost too much, yeah, and they weren't very good, really. There were some elite.
I would say
a lot of trash.
I think there's only one good, Spider-Verse came out. I was gonna say Guardians, but Spider-Verse came out too, huh?
Yeah.
I don't think I liked anything. I don't think I liked anything else. One of them I didn't watch.
I agree.
Would you not watch?
Aquaman.
Oh. Yeah, not very good. Blue Beetle was fun. But no, this is 2023. Last year we did a bunch of different categories, but we also had, I think, a lot more movies and a lot more different types of movies because me and Hunter watched freaking everything. So this year we're just going to do our top 10 movies of the year, and then we're going to give our top 5 actress and actor performances. It's 2 separate lists on that. I'm very excited for those, especially since Hunter just said that none of his performances are in his top 10 movies practically. So yeah, I'm very interested to see what that is.
I don't think. I think I counted right.
Like I thought I was going a little wild by having 2 on each that weren't in my top 10. I thought I was like, wow, that's pretty bold. But no, Hunter's got 4.
I have 0.
Yeah, he either likes a movie or he just likes the performance, I guess. Also, before we do this, Hunter, did you include documentary
in my top 10?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm not.
It has mine has movie in the title.
Well, yeah, but I don't know.
It's a different documentary than what you watched.
You can do it. Yeah, I'm not putting Steph Curry here because he'd be number 1. And that's not my number 1 movie of the year. But yeah, Hunter, you'll have your Michael J. Fox or whatever.
I did not include his performance.
Okay. Yeah.
I didn't include his performance.
You could have probably. But yeah, let's do this. Who wants to start it first? We'll go from 10 to 1. Go one at a time, and just go 10, 10, 10, whatever. Who wants to do it?
I'll start.
Hunter, Aston, here you
go. I'm just waiting.
Yeah.
Crap.
All right, Aston, what you got? You were like, didn't you say you watched more movies than you anticipated this year, or you thought it was like a lower number?
I thought I watched like a very small amount, and I think I watched almost as many as I did last year when I thought I'd watched a lot more. I think I just watched a lot more at the beginning of this year. Was what made it feel like that. My number 10, I had Champions.
Ooh, good movie.
Almost didn't even feel like it was a 2023 movie. I forgot that it was last year.
That was like
looking at the thing.
That was like March, maybe.
April. Yeah, I watched it in like June though. So I watched it on the plane.
There was something that came out that I forgot was this year, but I can't remember what it was. Yeah.
There's a lot of stuff where I was scrolling through my list and I'm like, oh God, wow.
A lot of the March stuff. I was like, whoa.
80 for Brady. I think that's what it was.
Yeah, that was like February.
Yeah, that
80 for Brady. Holy crap. Yeah.
Yeah. That was
pretty much everything that happened in January and February felt like last year. I mean, it felt like the year before. Like it was Megan, Plane. Remember Plane?
I remember those.
Plane.
80 for Brady. 80 for Brady we loved, and I just completely forgot about it.
I mean, we loved. We gave it a 68. Cocaine
I mean, it was a good time.
Yeah, oh, definitely.
Gronk.
Yeah, Gronk was in it. I saw like right at 80 new movies. So that's I think it's about 80, 75, somewhere around there. So
26 new movies.
So that's but you saw the one when you go, it's for something good usually.
Typically, yeah.
But or it's superhero.
Or it's superhero and it's very bad.
Yes, that's pretty much how you go. So like you seeing 25 is good. Like because they're usually going to be in the upper echelon of these movies. You're not going to go and watch Fear or Seriously Red or The Pope's Exorcist.
Fear was the worst movie of the last year, if people want to
know
that.
Fear was one of the worst movies ever.
I gave it a 0.1.
I gave it a 19. I only know how I got to that number.
I had anxiety.
It was bad. T.I. was in it.
I had to start taking Adderall after I watched it.
There you go. So Champions. Yeah, good pick. I like that. I like that's getting some respect. Really good movie.
Champions. What was... Homie with an extra chromie. That's what it was.
Homie with an extra chromie. Yes.
That was the funniest thing. Woody Harrelson, he doesn't do much, really, I don't think.
He doesn't do much wrong, I'll tell you that.
Yeah, I think he's coming back for Now You See Me 3, if that's still happening.
Yeah, it's happening. Did you see Jesse Eisenberg got a new movie today that got teased? It's him and Jesse Eisenberg, him and what is his name? Kieran Culkin, the guy from Succession. They're like cousins going on a road trip or something. And like the posters, like them hugging. I don't know. It looks cool. It just seems.
I thought you were talking about Now You See Me 3 because you cut out. I was like, no, I haven't seen that.
Oh, I wish. I've been waiting on that moment. Hunter, what's your 10?
It was Creed 3. I think all the Creed movies have been almost perfect to really good. Even I like the second one a lot.
Second one was a step down for sure, but Creed 3.
It was not as good as the first one, but Creed 3 was. Incredible. That was great. And then Jonathan Majors, he's really phenomenal in anything he did.
Mm-hmm.
Then Michael B. Jordan threw in that anime style fighting. Aston, did you see that one?
Yeah.
Yeah. You watched that? That was great.
With us.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah. That the anime style fighting at Dodger Stadium.
Michael B. Jordan.
That was some
my
crazy
favorite
stuff.
Rocky franchise final fight, I think. Definitely of the Creed movies. I don't remember if it's favorite at all the Rocky franchise.
And apparently they're making a fourth one now. So we'll see how that is.
Yeah.
I don't know if it'll be centered around his deaf daughter.
I think I saw that.
I'll take it. I'm not gonna say no to a Creed movie. Let me see. Yeah, I like that. That did not make my list. It was close. I think it was my number 11 actually, so it was one away. My number 10 though is Talk to Me. A horror movie that we had. I mean, I think we had some good expectations, but I don't think we expected it to be as amazing as it was. You, and Gunner, the only 3 people in the theater. Gunner had to have a ticket bought.
I think that was the movie that I was gonna watch like a couple of days before, but then we got in a wreck, so we didn't get to watch it. Yeah. So I guess that was God saying you needed to watch that one.
That's right. I've stood up in anxiety the last 10 minutes because I didn't know how the movie was about to happen, and I just stood up and started pacing the aisle because it was just us 3 in there, and Gunnar was just looking up. Clay, what are you doing? Sit down.
Yeah, horror might be my favorite genre outside. I mean, I rate them. I think horror. I think horror might be my favorite genre.
Yeah,
but I seem to rate it harsher than anything else.
Yeah, definitely.
I think everybody rates their favorite genre. Well, like Clay does that with sports. I do that with superheroes.
Like horror is usually like Talk to Me. I'm either going to really love it, or it's going to be like Night Swim that I watched last week and I just did not like it.
Yeah.
But
And yeah,
Talk to Me was
I would say I'm like that with a rom-com, but also with a rom-com, it's just like I'm gonna enjoy it.
yeah.
It's like I'm either gonna like it or I'm gonna really like it. There's no other way. But yeah, Talk to Me was so freaking good. Probably the best horror of the year. I don't think I have one higher. One of the best horrors, I'd say top 5 of the past 3 or 4 years. I'd say it was incredible. I mean, it's probably close to my top 5 ever. Honestly, I gave it a 92. So yeah, that's that.
Getting a sequel, Talk to Me.
Is it really?
Nice.
Yeah, it's called Talk
to To Me. Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm ready. It was just a really good movie. Along with it scared me. It actually scared me. And we watched it at like noon. So that's when you know you're really scared.
Yeah, I'm not a big believer in watching early scary movies.
Yeah.
But that one worked.
It did. Aston, what you got at 9?
I had Creed 3. So it made my top 10.
There you go. Yeah, I loved Creed. It was so good. It was actually tied with Talk to Me, but I gave Talk to Me the edge, I guess, for some diversity. Having a horror movie on there. But yeah, I mean Creed 3 is just it was great. And I honestly kind of forgotten in this year, I guess you could say, because it was way back in like early March.
Yeah.
So I guess that's another one that kind of flew under the radar. And
March was that month that had a ridiculous amount of movies.
Yep. March had John Wick.
Mario was like right at the beginning of April.
Yeah. Was
What
there
else was in March?
No, Transformers was in July or June. There was a
July.
summer month that was packed.
Yeah.
What else was in March, Hunter?
A
There
lot.
was like 3 or 4 at least.
Yeah, there was something like
that we
every
all
week.
watched, I think.
What was it?
Was Creed then?
Yeah, Creed was for
it
sure.
was Creed, John Wick. Dude, what else?
I logged
Scream.
Letterbox. Let me just
Scream.
Yeah, Scream. Because it was my month, I think.
Shazam.
Maybe. Scream, Shazam, yeah. John Wick and Creed.
Yeah, man, it's a big freaking month.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a good month. And I mean, honestly, Creed 3, I think if it got released in November or something, might would have had some low-key Oscar talk. I mean, I
Little
think
Mermaid?
It was pretty well talked. Mermaid was May, I believe. Right?
Oh, I just
so.
rewatched. Never mind. I rewatched John Wick in May.
Jesus.
Shazam.
Yeah. Yeah.
Dungeons and Dragons.
Oh, that was the other one. Yeah. There we go.
Oh, that was at the very end, wasn't it? And I watched it a little bit after y'all.
I watched that one in April, I think. Scream. So yeah.
Good month. Hunter, what you got at 9?
My number 9, my movie, Iron Claw. I think was that the last movie we watched, or did we watch that this year?
No, it was last year.
It was last year.
It was like the 26th, 27th of December. I don't know if it was the last movie. It might have been.
I don't know. Anyways, phenomenal. It was great. All the performances were great.
Absolutely.
I don't remember my favorite guy. What was his name? Donnie, something like that. Ronnie. It wasn't Zach.
Harris Dickinson.
Yeah, he was great.
Oh, he was an incredible performance. I mean, really, all of the brothers, the mom, the dad, everybody was great. Very few negatives I have from that movie. Fighting was awesome. Well, you'll be hearing from it in a minute from me. So, yeah, Iron Claw was it was one of the best of the year.
There was people going to watch it, and they were sending videos of the part where I was on the screen. I was like, yeah, movie star.
Yeah, that's right.
And then they said the movie was actually great.
The movie was actually great, as if you were just in the bad movie. My number 9 is Missing, the first movie I've watched in 2023. And it was, I mean, the year peaked almost right then. It was one of my favorite. What'd you say?
That's the one where they have the stuff where it's like the text and stuff pop up on the screen.
Yes.
Everything was shot through a camera, like a phone camera or something.
Mm-hmm. Or a computer camera.
It was
Someone was
phenomenal.
watching that on the plane when I was watching Champions, like
Yeah.
in front of me or something.
So good. There's also another version called Searching that came out in like 2018 that
it was one of those two.
Yeah. It was one of those movies where it had just the hilarious sidekick character.
Oh my God, yeah.
What was his name? It was like Pedro or something.
Yeah, Jorge, something like that. And he was just like a task helper guy, and hired him to freaking go and stalk somebody in a different country.
Little Girl was great. Ending was like tense.
Yeah, like I said, we watched. That was our first movie of the year, and it was like that was it. Like,
I mean, honestly, you could say the ending was like it's not on par with Silence of the Lambs that I watched the other day, but it's like kind of the same.
Yeah,
style of rescue mission.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it was very underappreciated. I think Chance got to watch it and he loved it. I mean, it's an incredible movie. Incredible performances, just so unique with the way that it's made. It's kind of, and also, what was that movie we watched, Hunter, during COVID? Host.
One of the scariest movies of all time.
That was something else.
at a really tight 50 minutes.
Yes, and yeah, terrifying, especially when you're watching people like get killed in their houses as we're locked down.
We called each other for like the last 15 and just sat on the phone together.
Yeah, but it's so cool watching movies be made like different ways like that instead of just, normal camera shots or whatever. It's through technology and so many different options like that, FaceTime, stuff like that. And yeah, very, very cool movie. Loved it. Aston, 8.
My number 8 was The Holdovers, which I think I'm the only one that's seen that one, right? Hunter, you didn't see that one, did you?
No, I really wanted to though. Chase said it was great.
Movie's fantastic. Yeah. Really good. I don't like. It does have a Christmas vibe to it, and it is a Christmas movie, but it feels different than most other Christmas movies. So I don't know if I would say like it feels like a Christmas movie that you
it's got
every season.
It's got a message that can like be it all the time or whatever.
Yeah,
that's good. I've almost watched it because I've been on Peacock so much watching Ted. But I'm gonna watch it eventually. Ted's awesome, man.
Holdovers is great. Like everybody in that movie has great performances.
I hate Paul Giamatti just because he always plays a bad guy, but I guess he does good enough at the bad guy role that he makes me hate him. So it'll be interesting me watching a movie where he's like the main character and the guy you're rooting for and stuff like that. But I'm very, very interested in the movie, and I think I'll love it. I don't know if it would have made my top 10, but I think it will definitely be up there in my rankings.
I think you'll like it a lot.
Yeah. Hunter, 8.
My 8 was Missing, too.
There you go.
Me and Clay, it might have been one of the ones where we were hitting each other.
Absolutely.
I don't really remember.
And then we went and watched, God, what did we watch after that? We did like 2 or 3 movies that first day. Oh, no, it wasn't. There was very few movies that we did. It was like, I don't know, it was like Megan or Fear or Cocaine Bear or Plane, one of them.
Might have been Fear.
Might have been. Worst movie and best movie, same day. My 8 is Iron Claw. So me and Hunter flipped right there with Missing and Iron Claw. Love the Iron Claw. Big wrestling guy growing up and got to see Zac Efron dance a little bit. That made me happy. Just for about 30 seconds is an incredible scene. But yeah, I mean, Lily James, didn't mention her earlier. She's the best always. Zac Efron, man. That's my guy. Shout out to Bear.
Yeah.
Shout out Harris Dickinson. Just a great movie with a tragedy that like it's such a tragedy that they had to lessen the tragedy to make it seem real. Like that's one of the craziest things you can say.
Cut out an entire death. They
had to cut out an entire brother who died to make it seem like it's possible. So they had to make a true story less true in order to make it seem more real. That's how crazy, man.
What was it, Hacksaw Ridge? That's the Andrew Garfield war movie.
Yeah,
they did that with that one. They did something. They took out something that was real because it made it even less believable than it was.
Is that the oil field one?
No.
Oh, what's the oil field movie
with Marky Mark?
Yeah, that's it. It came out like right around the same time. I always get them mixed up.
I don't remember the name.
Deepwater Horizon.
Oh yeah, that's what it was.
Deepwater Horizon, Hacksaw Ridge, same thing. Aston, she got it at 7.
I had Guardians of the Galaxy 3 at 7.
As do I.
Well, I was about to say something that's not true.
I've met him. I've touched him.
One of the best superhero movies of last year. Best live action one.
Yeah, you can say that.
Guardians was great. I remember that. That was the movie that I think I had the stomach bug, and I was like throwing up for 2 days. I like felt better. I went and watched it. I got home and like went to sleep, woke up, started throwing up again. So timed that right, I guess.
I watched that one like 3 times in theaters, I think.
I watched it in Dolby.
Because y'all watched it before me, and then I went and watched it, and I did the review.
No, yeah, you did it. You watched it that night. You watched it the same night as us.
Before you.
Yeah, I think that's what it was. Yeah, me and Aston were at like 5 o'clock or something, and you were at like 7.
Yeah,
maybe.
But I know we all did it that night because I was on Zoom in Tennessee.
That was our first test of the Zoom pod.
Loved Guardians. That's my number 7 as well. And yeah, I mean it. I was never 1 and 2. I appreciated, but I never loved. Like I knew, like they're one of the better MCU movies, but like if you ask me, hey, do you want to watch this? I'd probably say no, honestly. Especially number 2. And number 2 just never really hit with me. But 3, man, I was dang near in tears. Especially for like a story that was closing. And like I said, like it was characters that I never really fully cared for. To see like that story close so perfectly and like for it to grasp me the way that it did, and like it hit every mark that it was going for.
Especially with it being characters that are harder to make you care for, because most of them are. I mean, it's a talking tree or a raccoon.
My God,
random stuff.
It's Bradley Cooper though.
Makes you more emotional than the actual human characters.
Yeah, what were the other a weasel and a
otter, a rabbit, and a
I mean those will bring a tear to your eye.
Yeah, they did. Linda Cardellini was one of them, right?
Yes, she was.
That's right.
She was the girlfriend figure.
Heck yeah. But yeah, I mean it was. Yeah, like you said, it's characters that there's no reason that you should have such an emotional connection to, yet they do, and they do it so freaking well.
Shout out Sean Gunn.
Yeah,
nice guy.
That's our guy. That's our guy. What you got at 7, Hunter?
My number 7, Talk to Me.
I thought you had that. Thought you already had that on the list.
Nah, that was you.
I thought you had it at 9. What's at your 9?
Iron Claw.
Oh.
You might have had Talk to Me as your number 9, huh?
I had Talk to Me at 10. I thought you said. Hold on. So what's your list been?
Creed, Iron Claw, Missing, Talk to Me.
Okay. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, Talk to Me. There you go. I think I could have sworn you already had that.
Cool. That's cool.
It is. Yeah. I think maybe Missing is what confused me. I knew you already had one that I'd mentioned. But yeah, Talk to Me. We already talked about it. So great movie. 6, Aston.
We had in the wrong app.
It's
Mission Impossible.
Oh.
Is it?
I had Guardians at 7, so I just talked with Aston. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Mission Impossible: Dead Reckoning.
Ooh, that's a little low, huh? Come on now.
Yeah, it was like a 98. I had like 3 or 4 98s.
Yeah, I had 2 98s and 4.
I'm still in the 8s with mine.
What?
Talk to Me's an 88.
Guardians was the first one out of the 8s for me. So my 8, 9, and 10 were in the
I didn't
Yeah,
have
Mission
any.
Impossible was
I had 12 movies over 90 this year.
Mission Impossible was fantastic.
Yeah.
And Tom Cruise running is probably the best thing you can include in a movie.
Haley Atwell in that movie, great.
Absolutely.
You just
loved her.
You got it too low just because you stumbled upon the premiere in Italy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw them. That was hilarious.
The movie title got changed today officially.
Yeah. Now it's no longer part 1.
It's what's happening next movie now?
This movie did not do too well financially.
No.
Yeah, it was crammed between a bunch of other random stuff.
Because it came out with like, I don't know, Guardians or something.
Yeah,
it came out with Oppenheimer, didn't it? Or it was like right before.
It was like 3 weeks.
Oh.
It was 3 weeks before Barbie and Oppenheimer, I think, or 2 weeks.
And there was something right before it.
Yeah, because it ran down on their IMAX time and all that stuff.
Yeah, I remember Tom Cruise was pissed about that.
Mission Impossible, though, man, incredible.
Tom Cruise
you'll be hearing that from me later.
Maverick.
And it had that scene where I said, "That's not where that road goes." And afterwards, I said, "Yeah, I knew it."
It was like like 3 movies this year that took place on that street. It was like that, Book Club, and Fast X, huh?
That's exactly the 3. Yep.
They all just went down the same.
I said, that's not where that road goes, because I walked down that road. I looked it up on Google Earth, and that's not where it goes.
It's the year of Italy, baby. Ask me, Hunter, what you got at 6?
My number 6, Evil Dead Rise, a little above Talk to Me for me. I loved this movie. It was a little, I guess, more on the horror side, I think, because that movie is really, you get past the first 10 minutes and the rest of it's just
it's a horror movie inside of an apartment.
Yeah.
Like,
oh, you don't really have, like, Talk to Me, you have them trying to like solve the stuff and all this stuff, where Evil Dead was just straight, you're not really getting out of the situation. I thought the mom was
I definitely
great.
see what you mean by that.
You good? What? Well, Aston hadn't seen it, so I can't talk with him about it.
Yeah. Is this part of the Bruce Campbell Evil Dead series? I mean, it's not. I know he's not in it, right?
It's like, it's kind of a reboot where really the only similarity I think is the book stuff.
Okay.
Where it's like the spell you got to say to whatever get possessed.
Yeah, I liked it a lot. I think I gave it like a 84, something like that. It was mid 80s. But yeah, I think that what you just said is the difference between where you have Talk to Me and Evil Dead flipped, and I'm the other way, because you being such a horror fan, you're a big fan of the just straight up pure horror and the pure scares and stuff like that. While, I mean, my favorites are stuff like Talk to Me, stuff like Scary Stories, the first Fear Street movie, like stuff that has like low key like mysteries where you're kind of trying to figure out the next step.
I mean, I love those. Well. I love those just as much, but I think it's rare to get one that's it's able to be like minimal and then like actually be scary with stuff that's not just like constant jump scares.
Yeah.
So it's going to get the edge a little bit for that.
Yeah, I can see that for sure.
And then
my number, what you got?
I was going to say it had the girl that looked like a young Selena Gomez, kind of.
Okay.
That's the only thing I could think the entire movie.
Had a scary elevator scene. There's some weird stuff going on with that thing. My number 6 is John Wick, Chapter 4.
Good movie.
It is pretty good. I liked it a lot. It had, I mean, it's not 100 to me. I gave it a 98.
Yeah. It's also one of my 98s.
I gave it a 98. I don't necessarily remember what my flaws were, or if I had any. It was probably just like, I don't think it's 100.
I think you said there was too much talking, I think.
There was some little complaint I had for sure.
It was definitely either like they talked too much or didn't talk too little, and I was like, well, a different movie we watched, you said they didn't talk enough.
Yeah.
Or something. I don't know.
Yeah, there was something with the dialogue. I forget what it was.
That freaking overhead long shot in the what was it, like a hotel or something, wherever they were going through. That was crazy.
That was
cried like a baby in that movie.
That was an incredible scene.
And a great ending.
Yeah, definitely. I mean it's great. I think just number 3 to me is just the peak of John Wick. So I guess that's where I kind of gave it a gap between 198.
1 and 4 are my favorites because they're the ones that have the most emotion to them for me. Because one, you have the wife stuff and the original dog dying and everything, and then this one you get more of this one's not just straight action all the way through anymore.
Yeah,
it is. Three but was the just, ending, you get emotion.
Was just so fun, man.
It was something when the third one was just over 2 hours, and they said this one was going to be longer, and I was like, oh, we about to get a 220 John Wick, and then it's 250, and I'm like, this is going to be the greatest thing of all time.
It was a long movie. I forgot about that. But yeah, John Wick at 6. I'm sure we'll hear about more of that later. What's at 5, Aston?
It was John Wick.
Oh, there we go.
Yep.
There we go. Okay. Hunter?
Well, my 5 is not John Wick. It is Air.
It's true.
Okay.
Air, just a heck of a cast.
That's right.
Yeah.
Ben Affleck, Matt Damon, who does not do wrong, apparently.
They're whenever you get them two together, it's usually a hit.
Who else was it? Jason Bateman,
Chris Tucker,
Viola Davis,
Viola Davis, Chris Messina,
everyone, and Ben Affleck, just apparently this big shoe guy.
Heck yeah.
And it made you care about a story about Nike.
Yeah, it did. Yeah, it did.
And
it made me cry. The second time I watched it with you and Mitch, I was in tears.
Maybe.
No, I was.
It was also hilarious.
Yeah, it's funny. It's emotional. It's interesting. You're never bored. The story's great. It's Air.
I think Dad loved it. Was Gunner there? I think we watched 2 movies.
We watched
Pope's Exorcist.
Because I did Chevalier, Air, and Pope's Exorcist that same day.
Maybe Gunner got dropped off.
Probably.
I don't know.
For a scary
But phenomenal movie. I gave that a 91.
You have low scores.
Yeah, I was about to say, we're all the way up to 5, and you're only at 91.
That's crazy.
My next 4 are 10 out of 10s, if that's...
Okay.
You didn't have anything between 91 and 100?
Nah, I love it or I hate it.
That's insane. Wow. What are we on 5?
Yeah.
Across the Spider-Verse. 98. This is my top 5. I saw all of them 2 times in theaters. I realized that when I was doing this list. The only movies I rewatched during the year. I didn't have anything else under it that I rewatched. But my top 5, I went and watched 2 times exactly. Across Spider-Verse. I didn't even realize I watched it a second time until the other day when I was making this list. I'm like, when? Because I knew I watched it in Monroe, but I guess I think I was
gonna watch it with you that second time, and then for some reason last minute I couldn't go, so you were just like, I'm going along.
Yeah, I think I was just feeling it, man. And watching back that scene, man, the vibes that you get from these movies are just
What scene? Girl floating? That's what Chance said the other day.
It was whenever she flips upside down and her and Miles are having
they're sitting on the top of the building.
Yeah, but they're upside down because they can do that.
Yeah.
And they have that little heart to heart talk about love, and there's this
Spider-Verse. That one was good.
There's this slow little Cuddy type vibe behind it with the music, and oh my god, it's so good.
Not sure that next movie's coming out, huh? Apparently that's just
gonna be a while.
That's just
we need to wait. We need to wait. Give it time. Give it time.
We finished that movie. Clay said this comes out next March. No,
yeah,
not anymore.
I had no idea that was happening because we stayed till the end of the credits, and it was like, see you in March or something. I'm like, what? How? But yeah, Across Spider-Verse, 98 out of 100. Number 5 for me. My next 4 are 100s. So, Aston, what you got?
I got the same thing. It's happened the last 2 times?
Yeah. You got Spider-Verse?
Yep.
Y'all are just y'all are note sharing.
And it might continue.
It probably will. No, never mind. No, it won't.
What's your score for this? Would you give it?
98.
There you go. So we have the same score for it
Yes,
as well.
that was my last 98.
There
I
you
had that, John Wick, Mission Impossible. I thought I had another one. I guess I only had 3 98s. I think I said 4 earlier.
Yeah. Hunter?
My number 4 is Mission Impossible.
Ooh, okay.
Action movie for me. If it's great, it's gonna be perfect practically.
I know your next 3 now.
But I mean, everyone knows I'm a parent. I posted them.
I don't remember.
I don't remember that.
Yeah. Anyways, Tom Cruise. He's one of the probably the hardest working actor.
Yeah.
Alive.
Apparently, he just did some big thing with Warner Brothers the other day, huh?
Paramount. He
Paramount.
partnered with Paramount to have basically run his own studio or something.
Yeah, he's got like his own office and everything, and yeah, he's
I'm Tom Cruise.
I don't think he's gonna be able to make a movie for like 5 years with them because Paramount's doing Top Gun 3 now. Apparently, that'll probably be the next thing they do, and he'll have to do it with them.
Do it now.
They are.
He's got Mission Impossible coming out. He's got that movie that he's shooting literally in space with Paramount.
Paramount's who he's doing it with.
I know, but the deal is with Warner Brothers.
No, it's with Paramount.
It's definitely not. Unless Warner Brothers buys Paramount.
They're broke.
They don't got money. Maybe Paramount's
They're broke.
Warner Brothers.
Paramount might buy them.
Yeah, but I saw they said Warner Brothers wants him to make the sequel to that Live, Die, and Repeat movie with Emily Blunt, which it's a good movie. So yeah,
I like
and
Emily Blunt.
he's like 60, so I don't even know if it's a good deal.
Nah, he's Tom Cruise.
He might live with you're
Scientology. Right. My number 4 is Wonka.
Oh, it is Warner Brothers. You're right.
My number 4 is Wonka. I think was this the movie that we did the review and I gave it a 91 and then I put it at 100?
Yeah. I ended. I said it's a musical and you loved it.
Yeah.
Or something.
Watched it a second time in Tennessee and I cried. That happened.
Yeah, Wonka was something.
It's incredible. Timothy Chalamet just crushed it. We got Noodle. It's fun. The music was so good. It's emotional. Like they do everything that this movie needed to do and perfected it. I mean, there are very, very few things wrong with it, if there's anything at all in my eyes. It's Wonka. I never thought that this would be in my top 5, but it happened.
Same.
Yeah. Aston 3.
Aston's family didn't even. His family didn't even go watch it, huh?
Nope. We said
there was like a big watch party plans for that, and it just never happened.
Yeah, my dad was like, "You want to go watch Wonka tonight?" And I was like, "I'm down." My mom wanted to watch it. Allie wanted to watch it, and she was like, "I got midterms tomorrow. I need to study." So I was like, "Okay." I also had multiple tests I had to study for.
I don't think I've ever turned down a movie to study or something.
Wonka.
I needed to study more than Allie did, but she was just the responsible one who said it. So we didn't go that night, and then we were going to go the next night, and we didn't for some reason, and then we just never made plans after that. So we never watched it.
It'll be like that.
Yeah. I know why we didn't do it. It's because it was like Christmas right after that, so we didn't have time to. And then my dad went to work on Christmas. So,
what's your 3?
Air.
There you go. Loved me some Air, man.
Yeah, Air was great. I walked out of that movie. I said, I walked in. I was like, I'm sure it's gonna be good. There's a lot of good actors and stuff, and it looked good. Because I watched the trailer the first time, and I was like, it's gonna be a good movie.
The trailer was captivating.
And I walked in. I don't care about basketball. I don't care about Nike. I was like, whatever. Walked out and I said, that's a 100.
Yeah, it was. Me, you, and Chance watched that. And yeah, we just talked about it in the parking lot after. Like, it's one of those where you're just sitting and talking. Like, it's Air, man. Hunter, what you got at 3?
Wonka.
Wonka.
I think I've said enough about it. I was expecting to hate it. Worst movie of all time. Loved it. I thought about this the other day. I think it's a better musical than the Gene Wilder one.
There's no debate.
Which I've never really thought about.
The first one a musical?
I think it is, but it's always just been the greatest movie. But I think the Wonka one, it has more music, obviously, and it's more like musical heavy. So I guess that's what's giving it the edge. But
with the first one with Gene Wilder's, the music kind of just like it kind of happens, and there's not like these set pieces. It's more just like he's walking through the chocolate factory singing. In Wonka, it's like everything stops and everyone joins in a line and makes a dance move, and they're leg kicking and they're doing all this dance style, or they're going through the place in the bottom of the hotel doing what was all the washing and with all the laundry and stuff like that. They're going step by step while singing, and like that's what makes a musical is whenever you're kind of describing the story while also almost leaving the realism of the movie to make the musical like scene happen. While in Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, it was the Charlie Factory. It was more just him singing without there being like much else to it.
I mean, they're definitely different. There are definitely different types of musicals, but I've loved this Wonka soundtrack. Like ever since we watched it.
Yeah.
Like every song is just perfect, really.
Noodle.
It's not a better movie to me, but it's phenomenal.
Yeah.
It is phenomenal.
Yeah, it's special. It really is. I want to watch it again. We're on 3.
Yep.
Barbie, baby. Give me Barbie. Absolutely. Just incredible.
What do you have above this?
2 we've already talked about. So, Barbie is. How many times have I just sent a picture of Margot, or just sent a scene of them singing? Or, I've listened to Push You Around. Like that's just I listened to that for fun. It's such a good scene and such a good movie. And
how many times have we sent the I'm Just Ken scene?
Yeah, it's perfect, man. It's perfect.
He's gonna have he's probably gonna make an album where it's just like 12. It's the same song, just 12 different ways.
He already has. He did that. He put out like 4 different versions of it like a few weeks ago.
It's gonna be a vinyl deluxe edition.
I'm ready. He's got to perform that at the Oscars, huh?
Well, he just won Best Original Song or something.
Yeah, but he's got to perform it. That's gonna like that. That'll be it. Like if he could get up on stage and perform that,
it'll be Shallow 2019 or whatever, and then I'm Just Ken.
I don't think anything will ever touch Shallow, but no, if they did Push and he sat there and played guitar to Margot, then I'd probably be in tears. But yeah, I loved Barbie so much. Watched it twice as well, and first time in Tennessee with the whole fam, and then second time me and Aston just went and canned it out and watched it, and it was still perfect.
Aston, were you excited to watch it?
No.
You weren't, because
I was right before I said Ryan Gosling interviews make me want to watch the movie.
yeah,
because I would almost say if you hadn't came with us to Tennessee, you might not have never watched it.
Probably not. And I said it wasn't on my most anticipated list at all last year.
Yeah,
I said
I was the only one that had it.
I said I don't care about this movie. I don't really want to watch it. I was
the only one that had that on there, and that was solely because of that picture of Margot being in a car.
Chance and Hunter were gonna watch it for Margot.
They didn't have the balls to put it on there.
And I was just like, I don't care.
Yeah,
I was like, I'm probably not even gonna watch the movie.
And then Ryan Gosling happens.
Margot in that movie.
And then he starts doing interviews, and he says
it's something serious.
Energy and whatever crap else he said.
Kinergy, yeah.
Her in that.
Oh my god.
Cowgirl Barbie is
special.
I was genuinely speechless watching that movie.
Special.
It was that.
I watched it bootleg because I loved it so much at the house. I just pulled it up bootleg and watched it.
We walked in on it like. You can go.
That's probably one of the times I've laughed the most during a movie.
It was.
You were sitting by children.
Genuinely funny.
All of y'all were in like. There was a row of 4 of y'all in the row below me, and then another row of 4 below them, and then I was on the aisle seat, and it was just like 14-year-old girls on the other side of me.
Yeah,
and I was laughing harder than all of them.
Aston elbowing them.
I was like sitting at like the edge of my seat on the aisle, and I was like, "This is weird, but I'm loving this movie."
So good, man. So good. I have no shame. Aston, is that your 2?
No.
Uh-oh.
God, no.
You better hope it's not my 2.
2 is Godzilla, I'm guessing.
2 is Godzilla, yeah.
Godzilla,
Aston did us dirty on that one.
Yeah.
Hey, but you didn't know. You didn't know, so it didn't hurt anything.
Yeah.
You gotta go watch it in black and white now. That comes out like next week.
I don't know about that one.
No, I'll pass.
Godzilla was insane.
It was insane.
So
Clay
good.
was.
Oh my god.
That first nuclear blast he made, Clay was just.
That crap was crazy because I was like every other thing from Godzilla you see is like it's like a big laser beam or something. It's like that dude shot a nuclear bomb.
What was the saying that they kept doing, and I just kept repeating it loudly? I forget what it was. It was something in Japanese. Yeah, I just started yelling it. It was so good. So good.
Yeah. First time I watched it, I was in tears at points.
I think it's the best subtitled movie I've seen. Okay. Which there's not many, but
Parasite's way better. But okay.
Parasite sucked.
It's incredible.
Anyways, is it me?
Yeah. 2.
My next is the Still Michael J. Fox documentary movie thing. That was the first. I watched that on New Year's Eve, which I think I was specifically saving that because I knew it was just going to be incredible for me. And it was. Cried. Gunner, he did that thing where he came up and he asked me okay or whatever. Yeah, he did that thing. But I've always loved Back to the Future, Michael J. Fox. He's like him and Christopher Lloyd. I really want to meet them before, they both die. Because one of them's old and the other one, he's just not really doing well. And
yeah,
I'm having hope they'll come to this Dallas Fan Expo since they're in the Orlando one. But picture with them is like
probably
up there.
$500 or so.
Well, I think it was 500 if you did with Coach Fredericks and
Coach Fredericks.
What's her name?
Zoe Deutsch's mom.
Oh,
yeah.
Leah
Thompson. Yeah.
But if they're in Dallas, I'll definitely do it, and I'll probably see if Dad wants to come.
I'll go and talk to Coach Fredericks and Zoe's mom.
I'll talk to Leah Thompson and be like, "Hey, love the episodes of Stargirl that you directed.
Hey, I love your daughter. Where's she at? Please let me call. Is it me too?
Can you FaceTime her?
Yeah. How much? Give me Air at 2. Air was this was the most me movie there is. And it nailed everything that I had expected. I'm pretty sure it was very high on my most anticipated list last year. And yeah, it crushed it. I had no complaints. Watched it multiple times. Recommend it to everybody. It's so good.
Was it on my most anticipated? I don't remember if I'd seen the trailer by the time.
I doubt it.
I'm telling you, it's those movies we don't know about.
Yeah.
I saw a picture today where Matt Damon and Ben Affleck are producing a movie with Cillian Murphy in the lead.
Okay.
Something that's trio right there.
Make it happen.
If Air wasn't on my most anticipated, then I don't think my top 3 were on it at all.
I'm pretty sure me and you's number 1 were Spider-Verse.
Yeah. Mine might have been Dune 2.
It
was one of those.
Reigning champ.
Those were top 2.
Most anticipated. Here it is. Aston, you did not have Air.
Wow. I guess I hadn't seen the trailer yet then.
I didn't have Air. I guess none of us knew about Air.
I think we saw the trailer like right after that, and we said something about like this would have been on the most anticipated list.
Yeah. Aston, you had Blue Beetle at 5.
Yeah.
Garbage.
Ghostbusters was supposed to come out.
It got delayed. Yeah.
Like Christmas.
Yeah.
It wasn't on mine because I said I really don't believe that's coming out this year.
Yeah,
and Aston,
that's what it was.
I don't think it was a title yet.
I think it was a situation for Aston where he just really didn't have 10, so that was kind of just he put it on there.
He had Ant-Man at 10. Hunter, you had 65 in your 10 spot. I forgot about that movie.
65 was great. It was Adam Driver.
It was great. It was like a 65.
Okay, it's Adam Driver and dinosaurs.
You had Evil Dead Rise. You had Wonka at 4.
Well, yeah,
How many of the movies that I've said were on mine?
You had Spider-Man, John Wick at 3, Creed 3 at 4, Guardians at 9. That was it.
Wow, Guardians was that low?
Mm-hmm. You had.
Wow. I was excited for that one.
You had Dune, Blue Beetle, Transformers, Ninja Turtles, Ghostbusters, Ant-Man. Those are some other ones.
That was a great year for me if I'm just looking at the names.
Yeah.
I think I said that. I said this is my year, and like half of them were not good. Or
I had Barbie. I had Barbie at 7. I had Are You There, God? It's Me, Margaret at 10.
Phenomenal.
Fast X was at 9. Hunter had
Garbage.
Saw X. Yeah, we
loved it.
I had Mario at 2.
Garbage.
Garbage.
Yeah.
Number 1, Hunter. Aston. Barbie. Barbie, John Wick, and Mission Impossible is our 3.
I loved John Wick.
Really? Really?
Maybe.
And I got to meet Keanu Reeves, and he was magical. It was probably the best year of my life. Like there might not be a year that tops it ever, unless I get to like, I don't know.
Well, we've already met Jason Lee.
Like last year was just
people this year.
What?
We got to see Bernthal.
Oh yeah, we've already met. I've shook Kingpin's hand.
I met Supley.
I talked to Dora.
I'm eating Bernthal.
Yeah.
It's now.
I'm gonna go over there and talk to Dora real quick.
It's now.
like
it was
It
was Keanu Reeves. Got to meet him. Met him now. Number 1 is Bernthal. After seeing him at that place.
Vibes.
He was Pusha T off a beatbox.
Yes.
That was just something. But yeah, John
had
Wick.
his button down to mid chest. My number 1 is Mission Impossible. I always say there's nothing better to watch in a theater than a extremely well made action movie, and I mean this is the best of the best. It's about as good as it's gonna get.
Was last year's top one for you Top Gun?
Ooh,
was that year? Yeah, that was 2022.
I think I had something weird. I had like one of my movies or something.
Did Chase say anything about Beekeeper?
Him and Dad and Nick enjoyed it.
What is that?
I'll take it.
Jason Statham. That's all you got to
say. It's apparently like his bees get killed or something, like John Wick style.
John Wick for bees.
Yeah, that's what everybody's saying.
I have Top Gun.
So.
I had Top Gun at a 95 out of 100. They give it 100.
Oh wow.
Cha Cha Real Smooth. Cha Cha Real Smooth was my number 1.
So that same quote about a good action movie in theaters is the best.
Yeah, I'm not sure what my negative was on Top Gun.
I think we just kept moving it up the more we watched it.
Possibly.
Because Top Gun
Real Smooth, Hustle, Fablemans, Intergalactic, and then Top Gun was 5. Cha Cha Real Smooth though. That's just one of my Cooper Wraiths. But yeah, that's our top 10s. I think it went pretty well. Barbie, Wick,
we still got to do actors and actresses.
Yeah, let's do this. So you want to do actresses or actors first?
Let's do actresses.
Okay. Get it started.
All right, number 5, I had Vanessa Kirby in Mission Impossible.
Okay.
She was great.
Yeah. I forgot about her.
I saw some things saying
Painter.
she might be the Fantastic Four girl, and I'd be down.
Yeah.
Is she not too old for that?
I don't think. I mean,
How
Pedro
old
Pascal
she?
is.
She's
I
not.
mean, if Pedro's Mr. Fantastic, he's pretty old.
Yeah, and they could make Sue like anywhere from mid-20s to like early 40s. So
She definitely feels like early 40s type person, at least. I don't know her age, but that's what the vibes she gives off remind me of that. Yeah, I mean, Vanessa Kirby was great. She was for sure.
It's me.
I
got Margot Barbie. I almost didn't put her on the list just because it's like too perfect, but it's Margot, so I gotta. I don't know, like
let's put her at 1.
I don't know. It's Margot, so I think I just had to include her.
Yeah.
At first, it was the girl from Are You There, God? It's Margaret.
Yeah, it's me, Margaret.
But then I took her off and put Margot because I thought about Cowgirl Barbie.
Margot,
yeah, man.
So
Margot.
Her performance is genuinely great. I'm not like obsessed with her like y'all are, but I loved her in that movie.
I am.
I'm obsessed.
I'm obsessed.
Her performance was incredible.
Yeah, I agree. My number 5 is Rachel Zegler from Hunger Games. I thought she absolutely crushed it. Nah. I liked her in that though. She's hot. But I every time I've seen her act, it's been I've loved it. She's getting up there in like one of my, if she's in the movie, I'm gonna go see it type actors and actresses.
I mean, that's basically the case for Hunger Games.
Yeah, but still, it's Hunger Games, and I like.
I didn't like any of the other ones.
Yeah, but I mean, I did, and she made it especially whenever I heard it was gonna be a musical or she's gonna sing, in which she killed it.
You didn't know until we were sitting down in the theater, I think, and I told you.
Yeah, I was like, "Oh,
she's singing."
Oh, yeah, she gives me low key V Hudge vibes. I think that's why I like her so much. So, yeah, give me Zegler at number 5. Aston.
We had Emily Blunt from Oppenheimer. I think she could have been higher if she had been given more to do in that movie.
None of us had Oppenheimer in our top 10s.
We did not. Yeah.
We all hated it. So
I thought Hunter was going to have it. I thought it was good, but I liked my other movies more.
It was close. I gave like an 80 something.
I think I had it at 79.
Yeah.
Clay couldn't give a positive.
That movie had tons of great performances in it.
It did.
Emily Blunt, she was great. She had that little like monologue scene or whatever it was
when she was getting interrogated.
Yeah, that was.
I forgot about Cillian Murphy.
Oh, he's not on your list?
I just thought about him. I'll vibe with what I got. He's probably going to win the Oscar, so I don't have to recognize him.
Yeah, I'd be shocked if he don't. Yeah, Emily Blunt. She's just always good. She just really is. Hunter, 4.
Who'd you pick?
You're next in line, sir.
Yeah, but what was your 5?
Rachel Zegler.
You're right. Okay,
you're on 4.
I got Noodle from Wonka.
Noodle.
That's a name.
I loved her.
I didn't put her, but I love that pick.
It was a great addition to like make the story work, because I really didn't know what they were going to do with the Wonka prequel.
It's perfect.
But I think the buddy thing just
perfect.
Yeah, it was great.
Noodle,
and then I was like
Noodle.
And then I was like in the real movies, it's like he's just the Charlie is him trying to find another Noodle, just a pure human. But
is this on digital or anything yet?
It's still in theaters.
Did you watch it at home the other day? You were just like texting, like went randomly during the day, and was like,
I listened to the soundtrack. It's basically the only thing I listen to.
In the Heights.
Is that next week pick?
My number 4 is Jennifer Lawrence No hard feelings. I
He was.
had to give some love to my comedies. And she crushed it. She really did.
Yeah.
I've never really been a big fan of hers. I mean, I've liked her in Hunger Games. She's cool. Liked her in Silver Linings Playbook, but she's never been one that I've really, I guess, understood the hype for. But this made me understand it, and
Yeah, she was great.
I thought she did a good job, like bringing heart to this movie that was mostly supposed to just be a comedy and something you go to laugh at, and she did a really good job of making it way more than just that, and that's what makes a good comedy. That was my number 12 movie on the year, 90 out of 100, and yeah, she crushed it. I was she nominated for, because she's got the meme where she's like, if I don't win this, I'm leaving. It's been all over Twitter. Was she nominated for Best Actress in a comedy or something at the Golden Globes?
I didn't hear about it, but I don't know.
Y'all haven't seen
I know
it?
what you're talking about.
Yeah.
I know what you're talking about, but I don't.
So she
I don't
was
know.
absolutely nominated for something, but I just don't know exactly what. But yeah, Jennifer Lawrence.
And I had, for my number 3, I had Haley Atwell in Mission Impossible.
As do I.
Yeah, she was something in that movie. She was great.
She carried that movie. She
One of
was
the
the star
most
of it.
charismatic characters I've ever seen. Like
Yeah.
from the very first time you see her, she's an instantly likable character.
Yeah, even whenever she's doing stuff that doesn't necessarily help out Tom, who like you're there to watch, like the car scene where she's like handcuffing him and stuff like that. Like even in those moments, you can't help but like her. Like there's just something about her.
She died, didn't she?
No.
Or is that the other girl? This is the girl that it ended with her. So she's like gonna be like the thing of the new one. Yeah, she was great.
She stays on the train, and Tom parachutes away.
Yeah, she has like the key or something.
She's like,
who died? Who's the girl that died on the bridge?
That was just like a random girl, the blonde girl.
Was it a girl that plays Mantis in Guardians?
Yeah, her,
I don't know, but it was like my favorite scene in the movie because it's him running through all this. They're fighting each other, huh? And then
him and Haley Atwell are on the train when the train's falling.
I know that, but I'm trying to figure out the scene where he's like chasing somebody or getting chased.
On the little bridge.
Yeah, and then he's trying to get to the girl because she's fighting the other guy with swords.
Who was that?
So Tom's chasing after her.
No, it's the girl that's been the lover in most of the other movies.
Oh, Rebecca Ferguson.
Yes.
Yep. There it is. That was my favorite
Rebecca
scene
Ferguson.
in the movie.
Talked about her with somebody yesterday.
My number 3, Caitlin Deaver from what was the name? It's the one where she doesn't talk and it's about the aliens.
Oh yeah.
On Hulu.
I forgot what you're talking about. But
it's let me find the name. I had it.
You think you can leave, but you can't, or something like that?
No one will save you.
That's right. Yeah. Close enough.
The movie was all right. I liked it quite a bit, but the way she was just able to be really great while not speaking a word the entire movie.
Yeah.
That needed recognition. And then she's just really great.
Yeah, she is.
And then she's in Last of Us now, which I think she plays a character that's gonna not survive, but maybe they rewrite that stuff for her.
She's the character where everybody's been like, who is gonna be her? Like she's supposed to be pretty freaking important. My 3 is Haley Atwell as well. Almost my number 1. I really thought about it because she was special. But yeah, give me Haley Atwell at 3.
You're gonna be upset watching that show.
She's the one that dies, huh? I mean, I know, like, I know something happens to her.
Pedro dies.
She's gonna have if she's gonna have short hair or something, because the sun gonna be out.
Probably. I don't know. I don't know what she looks like, but
Pedro dies.
The type of stuff that you hate, Hunter, is what everyone hates about her in that game, and what she does in that game.
First season was great. I love Pascal.
Isabella.
Yeah. I mean, it's building up to just be perfect television, really.
Just like Madam Web. What's number 2, Aston?
I I don't know if I'm saying her name right. I don't know if it's Devine or Divine Joy Randolph, the girl from the Holdovers.
I don't know.
Not a clue. Not a clue.
I don't know how to say
I'm
it.
gonna say Divine.
Yeah.
Was that movie like Breakfast Club? Because I only watched the trailer once, and I thought it was great.
Okay.
And then
I thought it was going to be.
Clay wasn't
like
even
that.
paying attention, and I think I said that looks like Breakfast Club style stuff.
I thought it was going to be kind of like that with like a group of kids that
They're
are
like locked in somewhere,
working stuff out. After maybe 30 minutes, there's one kid.
Okay.
I was very surprised by that, but
Breakfast Club.
but it's great. Not what I thought. Not what I thought it was going to be, but it's.
I mean, that's basically what the trailer was. Just kids getting held in school or something.
I thought it was going to be about like the group of like 4 or 5 kids or whatever it was.
Huh. Hunter too.
Me. Mia Goth, Infinity Pool.
Okay.
She's starting to just be like that
Forgot
girl,
that-
even though
I forgot that movie happened.
apparently she's getting accused of stuff now, but who isn't these times? Anyways, but she's phenomenal. We've seen her in like what? Or
3.
you've seen her in 2, 3. She's just becoming that girl, really. She's not attractive, but she's just phenomenal actress. And then Infinity Pool is kind of along the lines of X and Pearl, where she's just like insane.
But the movie sucked, didn't it?
It was fine. It was like a 70. It was one of those where it has that stuff where it kind of doesn't really like, why is this happening? Like Men type stuff, except it wasn't as bad.
Men's a good movie. My number 2 is Margot for Barbie. Just to me, she's Margot. Yeah.
She is Margot.
She's Margot. To me, I don't know what else to say about it.
That's my number 1.
As it should be.
She's
God's gift to her.
Anyways. Yeah. My number 1. Any guesses? Bet you can't guess it.
Is it off of one of your top 10? I
No.
haven't been keeping track of.
My top 10 was Noodle Apple Strudel.
Lily James. Nope, she's in your top 10. I don't know.
Rachel Zegler. Hunger Games.
Wow.
I think when I thought about this, I was like, the only scene I really could think of was her singing to the snakes.
Ooh.
And like, I think that it's that and Nunchucks, John Wick, like, just
what your favorite scenes of the year?
Yeah, like after that movie, that's just what I thought of.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, she was great.
Yeah, that's very interesting. I was not expecting that, but I like it. She killed it. Can't wait for Snow White or whatever she's doing. Number 1 for me is Storm Reed for Missing. My first movie of the year, and she crushed it. Shout out Euphoria, and she carried the movie, and like so many different emotions that she had to go through while pretty much always being on camera. Like I don't know if there's a time in this movie where she's not on the screen for the hour and 45 minutes. And
I mean, other than when Raul is texting her back.
Yeah, but then it's like her texting or something like that, or she's always on the screen, and she was great.
She was in something, I think, that I watched that you didn't see. I don't remember what it was, but
yeah, she's a really good actress. But yeah, she killed it. I hope she gets some more big roles like that now that she's gotten more exposure with that, with Euphoria, stuff like that. So yeah, shout out Storm Reed. Let's do actors and then let's get out of here. Aston 5.
I had Matt Damon in Air.
There you go.
He was phenomenal in that role. He brought
he's Matt Damon.
He brought emotion to it.
Matt Damon.
He was great. Yeah. He doesn't miss on his performances, as far as I know.
I don't think it's possible. He's Matt freaking Damon. Hunter?
My number 5, Andrew Feldman, No Hard Feelings.
Ooh.
I think that was his first performance, maybe, but it was another one of those where I thought about it and I was like, him at the piano singing. It's just like I cried in the theater watching
Man Eater. The song came on the radio a couple days ago, and I was like, no hard feelings.
Yeah, he was.
It's on Netflix. I need to rewatch it again.
Yeah, it was just one of those where the scene just stuck with me, so he had to be on there.
It's one of those scenes that I would go and rewatch the movie to film the scene and then just like rewatch it on my phone. It had that kind of vibe. And also in that scene though, Jennifer Lawrence killed it. Like that's when she's like kind of questioning every move that she has made in this entire process.
It's about like Kaluuya, where he just so much emotion while not saying anything.
Yes, literally.
They're able to just act so well while not speaking.
Yeah. You need to check out High School Musical, the musical series season 4. He's in that. So
all right. Feldman is?
Yes. He's a Broadway guy.
Really?
Yes, he's a Broadway
guy. I know what I'm doing tonight.
That's why he had a random singing episode solo in this random comedy movie.
Well, I thought he was just a theater guy.
No, he's like he was legit on Broadway. I'm pretty sure.
Okay, I'm ready.
Yeah, watch it, all of it. Number 5 for me is Ryosuke Kamiki, Godzilla.
Really? I thought I was going to be the only one to have him.
Nah, like I said the other day,
that's my number 4.
I had my 1 through 4, but I couldn't really determine a 5, so I went Godzilla because he carried that movie.
Great.
Yeah, he was awesome.
He was great.
And that's another one kind of like Storm Reid and Missing, where I can't think of many times in that movie where he's not on the screen. Like he was
Godzilla.
Yeah, Godzilla. And then I thought about like the stuff that man went through and like the pain that he had to suffer, and like
he had a lot of emotions through
the situation where the girl disappears in the big strike or whatever, and like he was so close to like getting back with her and everything, and and then the freaking ending, of course, with him.
And then when they're having dinner after that, and they're like, "Why didn't you marry her?" or whatever, and he like loses it.
Yeah,
he
killed it. Ryosuke Kamiki.
Yeah,
that's my 5. That's Aston's 4. Hunter, what you got it for?
Oh, it's Aston's 4. Okay. I have Lonnie Frisbee, Jesus Revolution.
Dude, I almost put that at 5.
Almost did. Jonathan Rumi was the actor's name, but in the movie
Lonnie
was
Frisbee,
Lonnie.
Dude.
He was kind of the guy that looked like Jesus, and he was
hilarious. Hippie Jesus.
He was so good in that.
So good. I almost put him, and I almost put the main guy as well. The main guy was great. It's a good
what's the main guy's
dude.
name?
I don't know. Here it reminded me of Cooper Hoffman and Licorice Pizza a little bit. But man, that movie was good. It was good.
Revolution. That was, I think, it's the best Jesus movie.
There was no debate.
Mainly because they didn't punch you in the face with Jesus stuff.
Yeah. Now we were in there with 85 white elders, but
I was dressed for the occasion.
Yes, and we got
eating out of a scream head.
Dude, I almost put that. That's a great pick. I love that. My number 4 is Ryan Gosling, Barbie. Ken,
4.
baby. Yeah, I got him at 4. He's Ken. The man just.
Oh my god! Funniest performance of the year for me.
Yeah, I'd have to probably agree, and it had no reason being that funny. It really did.
I don't think. I was talking about this with somebody yesterday, or either yesterday or the day before yesterday. I was asking them their actors of the year and stuff, and they didn't agree at first with me saying putting Ryan Gosling in the top 5, and I was like, I don't think anybody else could have done that role nearly as well as he did.
Yeah,
I don't think anybody else has that vibe that
the charm, the comedy, the just like everything about him, and just that it's another case of comedy actors not getting respect.
And he does it where it's not like he's not acting over comedic, making it over dramatic.
Yeah,
he's like
it just
playing
goes.
it serious, and that makes it so much funnier.
Yeah,
like he's taking it like so seriously.
Respect comedy actors, man. Like that's a prime example where most people that watch it just go, oh, it's the funny guy. no, but he did such a good job. He did such a good job. I love that. Yeah, so Ryan Gosling at 4. Asset at 3.
Cillian Murphy in Oppenheimer.
Same.
Yeah, I completely just forgot about that movie, I guess. But we'll vibe with it.
I got him at 3 as well.
He was great.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah,
he was awesome. I didn't. I mean, and for how long was that movie? 3 hours.
Yeah, 3 hours.
Like
I loved Robert Downey Jr. in that. I thought he was fantastic. He's probably going to win the Oscar too.
Yeah, he'll get supporting.
I consider
my biggest complaint of the movie was that I felt like I never learned enough about anyone else, because it was all Oppenheimer. Yes, you could make the argument that it's an Oppenheimer movie, so you should learn only about Oppenheimer. Yeah, but there's more to the story and everything that I just felt like I needed to know about more people. But Oppenheimer himself crushed it. And I mean, when you're on the screen for probably 2:45 of that 3 hours, if not more than that, and you carry the movie, like that's rare. And he was, especially in a non-comedy or action role, like it's just talking.
Yeah,
he talks, but it works.
Christopher Nolan. It was Nolan.
And yeah, it was a bomb.
My number 3 was Gosling.
There you go.
He was hilarious.
He's Knuff.
He's I don't think either of y'all have seen the one he did with
Russell Crowe.
Yeah.
Nice Guys.
Nice Guys. Yeah.
Y'all
both need to watch that.
I've seen that. I love that
great movie. It's great.
Still haven't.
But yeah, Gosling.
Yeah, he's hilarious in that movie.
Number 2.
Both of them. I had Ryan Gosling as my 2.
There you go. Hunter, 2.
Tobin Bell, Saw X.
Ooh.
It was one of those where where you've had 10 of those movies and there's really never been one that's focused on him, and I thought he was great doing that.
Nah.
I mean, there's nothing you're gonna want to talk about. But did you watch it?
Sadly, yeah, it was all right.
You gave like a 80, huh?
God no. Probably
it wasn't in the 6s. 77 something.
72.
Yeah, see?
I mean,
great.
It was I had too high of expectations, I guess. I gave it right there with Gran Turismo, another movie that I felt like I should have loved. But I didn't. I mean, Saw's fine. I
loved it. I mean, he wasn't bad. I mean, you can't say that.
No, he wasn't.
I'm sure. I obviously knew he wasn't going to be like
he's not
anything
the second
you recognized.
Best performance of the year.
Good character study.
No,
I mean he had a lot of growth in that movie.
Yeah,
like you go in
because he had none for 9 years.
Yeah, you go in knowing he's like this deranged serial killer, but by like halfway through the movie, you're kind of like rooting for him when you know everything he's doing is like twisted.
Yeah, he gets cancer, right?
Allegedly. That was the whole point of the movie. That's what they tell him he has. And like he goes to the place to get it removed, and they never really remove it. They scam him, so he goes and catches all the people.
Yeah. My number 2 is Wonka. Timothy Chalamet. That's my number 2. I mean, he's Timothy Chalamet, and he carried it. Any doubts of him as an actor were erased right then. Musical, like he's just that guy. Yeah, he's just that guy.
Even though I wasn't excited for the movie, I like saw a clip. I was like, yeah, he's probably gonna kill the singing stuff. And you're like, we've literally never seen him sing, so how do you know that? But it's just a vibe, I guess.
Talk about whenever he was just like riding the little thing.
Yeah.
In the snow.
I didn't even know he was a theater kid before that.
Yeah.
But he was good.
What's our number 1s?
Paul Giamatti in The Holdovers.
There you go.
And he's honestly, I could have put Dominic Sessa, the main kid in The Holdovers, in there too, somewhere in this top 5. But Paul Giamatti is just absolutely incredible. He goes through a lot of emotions in this movie. He gives a fantastic performance.
Yeah,
Seen
I
where
need
he
to
said
watch that pretty soon.
he wants to be a Bond villain, which I think that would work.
He wants to what? Oh,
He wants to
Bond
be
villain. Yeah,
a James Bond villain. Yeah.
yeah.
Hunter number one, Chalamet.
Timothy.
No Keanu
I didn't include him or Tom Cruise.
or yourself.
Yeah, I didn't include
That would
me.
have been funny.
You should have done that.
Love
Yeah.
my performance.
I thought about it doing it, just putting Hunter Folks, Iron Claw.
Yeah, but yeah, Timothy
Put him at, like,
Wonka.
5.
Shit,
He
I
was-
could put it at 5. I could take off Godzilla.
Nah.
It'd be funny for the graphic.
Yeah, Hunter Folks. But
really,
yeah,
really commanded the screen.
I'm honestly
60%
probably
Your top 10 screen time.
outside of like the main people in terms of like background people. I'm probably on screen the most.
Yeah.
I mean,
I'll put you at 5.
okay. But yeah, Timothy, Willy Wonka. If you do it right, I'm gonna love it.
Have they ever done it wrong?
They did Tom and Jerry.
Well, that don't count.
It counts. There's a Wonka in it. I gave like a 30.
Oh yeah.
But yeah,
about that.
Timothy, he was magical. He won me over. I think he's probably the biggest like up and coming person. Like in terms of like wanted people in Hollywood, he's probably like one of the most sought after.
Yeah, I'm ready for Dune 2 for him. Him and Zendaya.
Amen.
My number
Dune
one
2
is from the Iron Claw. It's my boy Zac Efron. I think he crushed it. Arguably,
what? I think you said he wasn't even like your favorite performance.
But I think it's just the fact of.
I mean, it's definitely him.
I think Harrison Dickinson might have been a little bit better, but I think it's just because of the fact that he's a supporting, while
just
Zac
Efron
Efron is the guy
because they played two completely different people. One was the outgoing, and then Efron was kind of just
and one's in the movie for an hour, one's in the movie for 2 hours. I think that's where I'm determining it here. I mean, if I was to include Dickinson, it wouldn't be as the best spot because he's more supporting. But Efron in the lead role goes through so much. I mean, everything that happens in this family, he has to deal with. And I mean, especially whenever at the beginning of the movie, he's on top of the world, the next up guy, everything like that. And then brother comes in, takes his shine. Brother comes in, takes his shine. And he's just having to wait on his moment the whole time. And then dealing with the crap with his dad and just the family curse and figuring out what the crap Lily James is to him. Like there's so much to it. He dances. It's a great movie. It's a great performance. Zac Efron. It's my guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. So number 5, Hunter Folks, the Iron Claw.
Yep. I mean, I dedicated a lot to that role.
You did.
I dedicated a lot. I woke up at 4 a.m. for it. I got swabbed and everything.
Yeah, that's it. Anything else you want to say?
Movies.
We'll end this one and then we'll get 2024 on the next episode. So see y'all later.